Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. So I mentioned that we would use our relationships with others to accomplish both our own benefit and the benefit of others. Placing our awareness upon our experience as opposed to inanimate objects is where the energy comes to accomplish the path. And since most of those experiences that we would use to place our awareness there are generated by strength of emotions. So in that way we use the power or the energy of our connection with others in order to rest our awareness on the experiences which naturally arise in the context of our relationship with other beings. This is why we can say that emotional content, whether positive or negative in its feeling, can be like a gift to the practitioner who will use that power to accomplish the path and by extension through the force of the four immeasurables to accomplish the benefit of others. So this integration, this interconnectedness that we all share with each other and beyond our current group, of course, by a great wide margin. This is in essence the means by which the path is accomplished. So I think now we have not too much time left, but if you'll once again use short sessions primarily. And if you find that you can extend the session from 3 or 4 seconds to 10 or 15 seconds or longer, that is okay. You don't need to wonder whether that's helpful or not. You'll know whether it's helpful, and if it's not, you go back to slower, smaller periods. In this way, you should have the experience of resting the mind on an experience in every one of your sessions. this virtue, may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state.
Now we recite the aspirations from Mahamudra. Someday along the way in the next 2 or 3 months, I might have a day of going through the meaning of the aspirations from Mahamudra, which is kind of delicious. Watch out for unidentified aircraft.
Unidentified aspirations.
Namo Guru, Gurus and Yidams, deities of the mandala, Buddhas of the 3 times and 10 directions, and your children, consider me with kindness. Grant your blessing that all my wishes be realized. Sprung from the snow mountain of the pure actions and intentions, mine and those of all sentient beings without limit. May the river of virtue, undefiled by the 3 spheres, flow into the ocean of the 4 bodies of Buddha. As long as I have not realized this, through all my lifetimes, birth after birth, may not even the words for defilement and suffering be heard, and may I enjoy the prosperity of oceans of happiness and virtue.
Having obtained this
excellent, free, and well-favored life,
along with faith,
energy, and intelligence, having attended a worthy master and received the pith of the sacred instructions, may I practice the sacred Dharma properly in all my lives without interruption. Study of Scriptures frees one from the veil of ignorance. The contemplation of oral instructions overcomes the darkness of doubt. Light born of meditation illuminates the way things are. May the radiance of the 3 wisdoms increase.
The sense of the ground is the 2 truths,
free from extremes of eternalism and nihilism. The excellent path, the 2 accumulations, free from the extremes of assumption and denial. The result obtained is the 2 benefits, free from the extremes of existence and peace. May I meet the Dharma, which is free from error. The ground of refinement is mind itself, indivisible luminosity and emptiness. The refining, the great Vajra composure of Mahamudra. What is to be refined, the incidental stains of confusion. The result of refining, the unstained Dharmakaya. May I realize it.
Confidence in outlook is cutting assumptions about the ground. The key to meditation is maintaining that without distraction.
The supreme activity is to exercise the sense of meditation in everything. Have confidence in outlook, meditation, and activity. All dharmas are projections of the mind. As for mind, there is no mind. Mind's nature is empty. Empty and immediate, mind appears as everything. Investigating it well, may I settle the basic points. Appearances which never existed in themselves have been confused as objects. Awareness itself, because of ignorance, has been confused as a self. Through the power of dualistic fixation, I wander in the realm of existence. May ignorance and confusion be completely resolved. It doesn't exist, even Buddhas do not see it. It doesn't not exist, it is the origin of samsara and nirvana. No contradiction, conjunction, the middle way. I realize the pure being of mind, free of extremes. If one says it is this, nothing has been posited. If one says it is not this, nothing has been denied. Unconditioned pure being transcends intellect. May I gain conviction in the ultimate position. Not realizing it, one circles in the ocean of samsara. Realizing it, Buddha isn't anywhere else. It is everything, it isn't anything, none of this. Pure being the basis of everything, may I see any misunderstanding here. Since appearance is mind and emptiness is mind, since realization is mind and delusion is mind, since arising is mind and cessation is mind, may all assumptions about mind be eliminated, unpolluted by meditation with intellectual efforts, undisturbed by the winds of everyday affairs, not manipulating, knowing how to let what is true be itself. May I become skilled in this practice and mind maintain it. Waves of subtle and coarse thoughts calm down in their own ground. Motionless, the river of mind abides naturally, free from the contaminations of dullness and torpor. May I establish the still open shamata. When one looks again and again at the mind which cannot be looked at, and sees vividly for what it is, the mind of not seeing. Doubts about the meaning of is and is not are resolved. Without confusion may my own face know itself. Looking at objects, there is no object, one sees mind. Looking at mind, there is no mind, it is empty of nature. Looking at both of these, dualistic clinging subsides on its own. May I realize sheer clarity the way mind is. Free from mental constructions, it is called Mahamudra. Free from extremes, it is called Madhyamaka. Everything complete here, it is also called Mahāti. May I attain the confidence that in understanding one, all are realized. The great bliss of non-attachment is continuous. Sheer clarity without fixations is free of obscurations. Passing beyond intellect, non-thought is naturally present. May these experiences continually arise without effort. Attachment to good and fixation on experience subside on their own. Confusion and evil concepts are cleared away in the realm of ultimate nature. In the ordinary mind, there is no rejection or acceptance, no separation or attainment. May I realize the truth of pure simplicity, complete simplicity. While the nature of beings has always been full enlightenment, not realizing this, they wander in endless samsara. For the boundless suffering of sentient beings, may overwhelming compassion be born in my being. While such compassion is active and immediate, the moment of compassion, its essential emptiness is nakedly clear.
This conjunction is the undeviating supreme path.
Inseparable from it, may I meditate day and night. From the power of meditation come eyes and actual knowledge. Sentient beings are ripened and domains of enlightenment refined.
Aspirations
For the realization of all aspects of Buddhahood are fulfilled. May I complete these three: fulfillment, ripening, and refinement, become Buddha. By the compassion of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions,
and the power of whatever virtue
there may be,
my wishes and those of all beings be fulfilled as we ask in this way.
Thank you.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's what they say in the bars. You don't have to go home.
Oh, that's right.
You can't